All right, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, the Nasdaq continues its great surge. We saw a little bit of a dip into the beginning of the day, but also just getting bought back up basically immediately, right? We see that fake out near early in the morning, 8:30 down to 10:30, bouncing out of that, getting back above your support, that level there. We go into the S&P 500, and you can see a much better overall reaction. Really had no dip throughout the day. Early in the morning, you started at that support, bounced right out of it, and you basically ended the day at all-time highs. Your best close so far on the S&P. You go into Dow, and this is again where things get interesting because Dow was moving good as well. You actually saw the slowest mover on the day was Nasdaq, right? So Dow pushed up. What does this tell us? This is the big thing that we've been waiting to see is can we see a rotation back into some of the other names that were really hurting? And this is why I believe this could set up some of the best bullish momentum overall in the market, right? So what do we look at? XLF. Again, you had a decent day, bouncing back up. And I'm going to show you why. XLI, industrials, bouncing back up. XLV, what's happening with healthcare? Bouncing, holding highs, not doing too much. XLY, consumer discretionary, bouncing back up. XLK, though, moving up as well, but really kind of stagnant overall in the day. You had a decent open and then kind of stagnant there. Semiconductors continued to do their thing. But again, the going theme of what you're seeing here is that you're bouncing back overall in areas where you haven't been bouncing lately. And that's what we really, really wanted to see. Because what do we know? If this gets back involved in the party with Dow and ES, it's going to give those tech names room to run as well. And again, it's going to make the whole market go up, not just a small little sector such as tech and semis, which isn't really a small sector, but again, it's only one piece of the puzzle. And those are things that we have to be looking at. We go into the DXY, the dollar again, pulling back as well like anticipated. We go into the 30-year yield. It came back into our key level 4.426, which we've been talking about, rejecting off that level as well. Clear weakness on the yields, which point to what? A stronger risk on environment and the broad markets. TLT bonds shooting up as well. This is what we wanted to see. Broad strength across the board. We also had some Fed members speaking on the day. Again, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend doing so just so you're getting all that news throughout the day. I try to post a lot for you guys. Anyways, this morning, I've been trying to tell you guys, Fed barking, headline inflation numbers heading in the right or heading completely in the right direction. Again, this is the narrative we said what would continue to come out, right? That the Fed would all start aligning saying inflation's moving in the right direction. More of this and a cut is coming. And that's essentially what we're seeing. But again, if you're not following on Twitter, I mean, I'm posting literally nonstop, so do what you want. So that's there. Again, broad markets, in my opinion, appear to be very, very, very strong. That's what we want to see. SPY Qs showing you here as well. Again, very bullish, pushing back into all-time highs. All we want to see is continuation and mounting previous highs. That's what you're looking for here. So going into tomorrow is a holiday delay, Juneteenth. There will be no trading. The market will be closed. So make sure you understand that. Going into Thursday, looking for that break, retest, and continuation to the upside. That's what you want to see, a push into 550 on QQQ, breaking above 548.5. Going into Qs, you want to see that mount above previous highs here, 486.8. Again, that was from yesterday around noon. You want to break back above that area. It's a good thing, though, what we're seeing, though. It's good, believe it or not. The fact that the Dow, SPY are moving up pretty strong on the day, and you got a cool-off day from tech. That's what you want to see, some consolidation before another breakout, because what's been happening here? Consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout. That's been the name of the game here. And we want to see this start to flow into IWM and the Russell, because if this starts to happen, you're going to see small and mid caps also start moving very quickly. And those can be really big money-making opportunities, as you guys have seen in the past. So that's the biggest things on the market, what we're looking at. We're going to go to equities here in a second, but first let's go into this.
Speaking of trading, if you've been using a basic investing app for the past few years, I highly recommend that you step it up and graduate to a better investing platform that can grow with you, which in my opinion is today's sponsor, Moomoo. Like other platforms, Moomoo has a super intuitive user interface, really easy to use, but unlike the other platforms, they have everything that you're using right at your fingertips. Whether it be your analysis tools, up-to-the-minute live data on the markets, what's happening with options data. And it's worth mentioning, while other platforms charge a premium for the quality of data that you're getting here at Moomoo, Moomoo does not charge a dime when it comes to getting live data on the charts. So for any of you that are serious about your investment journey, Moomoo's platform is worth checking out. The link is down below. It helps me out, it helps you out. If you have any questions, comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Okay, today I got to be kind of quick, so I'm going to get you in and out as quickly as possible. You saw a dip on Apple. I think Apple's best buy I think it's fantastic. You would love to see it get back above 214.85. Above that level, you move with ease. But again, very big bull here on Apple. Those contracts moved amazing. Confirmation back above this level, and you trade it back into 219. And I think honestly, you push back into highs locally. That's my personal opinion. I think the July, you can day trade the July contracts very well, but I think the August contracts are my favorite right now. They're moving fantastic. For instance, the 220s today, they're back near $6.60. The highs are around $8.50 on this previous move, and then going back to 612, you're at $10. Very awesome play there. The 230s move pretty good as well. Those are my favorite contracts broad market right now on Apple. I do like the January contracts as well. Keep your head on a swivel there. Tesla, kind of in no man's land, needs to mount back above 186. Above 186, you have upside potential, but until then, not interested. NVIDIA, if you followed us on Twitter, you saw a bunch of these trades here. The gift that keeps on giving, free money alert. You're welcome. Awesome looking name there. ARM, we keep seeing great traction, great upside here. Call this out in Discord. I'm not trading ARM at highs anymore. I called it out here on the YouTube channel and on TikTok and on Twitter. So it was all there for you. But yeah, now you're just at all-time highs. It's hard to do anything at this point. We called it down here at 136 on the mount. So good to have it. You know, great trade opportunity that was there also. One trade that I do want to mention is Home Depot. I do believe Home Depot, as we mentioned, you pushed into your key level 356. You had that nice push on the day. You're looking for a mount now above 363, but I believe you're going to see Home Depot, Lowe's, etc. start to heat up as well as these inflation numbers continue to come out. And as the Dow continues to move, I think in Home Depot, Lowe's really benefit, and it starts to break out as well. You even saw a name like KBH, KB Homes, beat on earnings today, again signifying the home market still looks good. Whether or not it's from, you know, builders or just the real estate market in general, things to be looking at. Lowe's is another big name there as well. Has been tracking the upside since you broke above the 200 SMA. Again, we've been calling this out, talking about this play a lot as well, as far as opportunity broad markets, and a little bit of things that kind of haven't gone as crazy. Okay, Netflix. So Netflix announced today the Netflix House. This is interesting. So basically, they're getting movie theaters, in my opinion, are straight dunzo. They're opening up 2 of these locations. Just to let you know, and I think these have huge potential on Netflix as well. I've been talking a lot about this over the past few days. I told you the 700s for right before earnings, July 12th. Were money. They're at $4 now. They're well above $4. Obviously, I think they're near 12, 13. But again, you're inching towards all-time highs at 701. I think it's a matter of time until Netflix gets the all-time high push. So definitely be watching that name as well. Very strong, very strong name. Netflix is killing it. Definitely got to be watching it. Yesterday, I told you about HP and their little event that they were doing in Vegas, and who was speaking there? Jensen, the CEO of NVIDIA. You ended up pushing here on the day from basically 2190 at the open to highs around 2180 or 2280. I actually believe if you break back above 21.9, it's a buying opportunity. You love to see it. It reminds me a lot of something that happened here with Dell. Remember a few days ago, we talked about Dell coming back down to our key level around 131. Well, you bounced, you held. We said if you broke back above 136, boom, you're going to go crazy, and you did. So again, very familiar name. Some of these smaller names that we aren't really familiar with the AI and what they're doing, but I think HP is an interesting name. I think stock here makes a lot of sense. I could see a 10% move on stock, 20% move, to be honest. That's what I'd be watching. That's what I'd be tracking. Really interesting name. And if they're doing what they're basically being outsourced for NVIDIA for some of their servers. So very interesting with what they're doing and the opportunity that's really there as well. So those are some of my favorite names here on the day and overall in the market. Broad-based AMD still not interested. If there's any name I'd go short on, it's AMD. It's the worst performing semiconductor as of recently. The opportunity just is not there any longer short term. People keep asking me about Amazon. Again, it's very simple. I keep saying it. I will say the same thing all the time when I have my key levels as well. Amazon above 184 is very bullish. Below it, it does not look good. Well, today you gap down. You pushed into 184 to the tick at 910. You rejected and pushed right back down. So you actually had a great short opportunity off that level. But again, that's why I watch the key levels. Nothing ever changes in my viewpoint or my mind. I try to stay the same throughout all my trades and everything that I'm doing there as well. So again, hopefully that makes sense. And if you have questions, make sure you're asking while you can. Those are my favorite names. What I'm watching. I got to get out of here, guys. Have a good one. Have a good holiday. I might have an update for you tomorrow. But again, see you later.